What's up, Virgo? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoyed this video, do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. If you are new to my channel, I do tarot differently on this channel. I incorporate universal law of assumption, consciousness, and manifesting to look into a situation with you and a specific person, the person on your mind, the dynamic, and help you to actually refocus, tweak it, shift it should you wish to. So if that is your bag, then you can stick with me. We're going to get into it, Virgo. So we're going to do the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them, and a projected potential? And I say it like that because all potentials exist in the now moment. Creation is finished. Universal law of assumption. Your desires are meant for you. You can have any person or any version of a person that you want. Everyone is you pushed out. So if you would like to manifest this differently, it just requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of Virgo that you're being, your identity, and a reselection through your dominant thoughts and assumptions, beliefs pushed out about said specific person. Circumstances and conditions don't matter, guys. Outside must reflect you, okay? So also my course shifted, which is all about conscious manifesting and how that would apply to a specific person, is now on sale, pre-Black Friday sale, guys. So you can check it out. Link is in the description box of the video. And it also includes a free bonus challenge about why circumstances don't matter, how to actually maintain your state, your identity, and the version of reality that you would prefer. So check that out if you would like to. Special price just for the next 2 weeks. All right, Virgo, so the person on your mind, 9 of Wands. That's the wounded warrior. 4 of Wands. Okay, so the focus is on house and home. 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior, I mean, that's persistence, but, you know, 4 of Wands, and that can be marriage, long-term commitments. The 9 of Wands, wounded warrior, that could be a persistence when it comes to stability, foundations. The Wheel of Fortune also can literally be fortune. So shifting things for the better. Let's see that 4 of Wands. See, guys, I can't make it up. So you see how much I shuffle and maybe I waffle or whatever. I'm channeling, but the 4 of Wands had to come out. So house and home, foundation, stability. Some of you are in a relationship with this person. You know, it's also 11-11, so that's a strong connection. That's why I was saying the 9 of Wands, to me, it's like the wounded warrior or the persistent energy may have to do with shifting something for the positive when it comes to like structure and stability. Yeah, I mean, it's got to do with like foundations and like this could literally be material investments. This could be like building off the foundation you have to have something stable, and not feeling sort of very successful in that department. And I saw that Wheel of Fortune, so that's hoping maybe to shift things. This could literally be about waiting to see how things play out financially, for example. Okay, Virgo. So we've got Knight of Swords and the wounded warrior. Some of you may have had like verbal arguments or rows with this person. I'm not laughing like that's a good thing. I'm just saying that this could be the issue. There could be frustrations, and this person could get reactive, or you could get reactive. There's something here about not feeling very successful. And then also then maybe not feeling very successful sometimes, like in terms of, you know, achieving the 4 of Wands together. Right? Let me have a look. Yeah, Knight of Cups, 4 of Cups. So 4 of Cups can be a bit like a feeling of, have I disappointed you? Or this can be a rejection wound. So this is something to do with maybe reactivity. And the Knight of Cups as well can be like the emotion can get a bit withdrawn, or not necessarily trusting in the emotional component because of the way in which you're like, because this is communication, erratic communication, you know? I'm not giving you shit, Virgo, or them. So we're going to flip it for you, okay? It's like you pushed out and it's a dynamic, like I said at the outset. So if you want it better, you can have it better. I mean, Page of Swords in the reverse can be petty communication. Maybe it goes a little bit hot and cold with the communication. And I go hot and cold because it's like, I don't like labels. And that's a very common thing in tarot. They're hot and cold. So if we want it more romantic, emotional, no arguments, stable, then we're going to focus on them in that way, okay? Because we've got the Star card, so we still have, you know, wishes fulfilled. That 9 of Wands is showing up again. I'm going to take it. And what's flipped over, the Ace of Swords. This is like sometimes maybe, you know, Virgo, there's this kind of fear of disappointment, and it affects the communication. And the Nine of Wands, so that can be like wounds connected to communication issues between the two of you. There is a persistence though, Nine of Wands, and this is also a persistence to building this house and home and stability. Because look, Virgo, I've got an Emperor card and I've got a Nine of Cups. Okay, so you are the wish fulfillment. This is also about pleasure and fun and joy, and I feel like there could be moments where that feels a bit lacking because there's a bit of a guardedness. I mean, Emperor card is stable energy, you know. I mean, I feel like some of you, like I said, yes, you're in a marriage, or you could be like very well heading towards that. This is committed energy, but sometimes it could be like there's a feeling of falling short, or a lot of fears. I mean, this can also be a boss figure, so there's a lot of waiting to see how things play out financially. I mean, Temperance card came out as well, so this could be someone that you've been connected to a long time, and you know, there could be patience, then impatience, reactivity, okay? But the Star card, that's nice. So there is hope that they're hanging on to. Maybe it's their own also hope of like achieving their success, right? Career-wise and all of that, because that was that Wheel of Fortune. I stick to what I see when I channel. The Page of Swords is in the reverse. So yeah, I mean, look, there could also be this kind of rejection wound and feel like that they're not successful enough. And that maybe you see them that way. So we're going to flip it. But we've got Emperor card, yeah, Seven of Cups. And then we've got Empress, you see? Empress and Emperor, told you. But sometimes it can be a bit emotionally turbulent or confusing. They also might sometimes question, or you could get reactive with one another. If this person has like a wound of not feeling successful enough, they might sometimes wonder whether or not, you know, they're good enough for you. Or maybe, you know, you kind of question, because Seven of Cups can be other cups around, but I'm not even seeing other cups. I just think that this is a wound. Page of Swords in the reverse can be a bit, like this person could get reactive because it's just something to do with them feeling inadequate in some kind of a way. But this is a very strong pair when it's good. And then we've got Six of Cups. So it seems to be like there is a wanting to reharmonize, and Temperance card also is like that, like tempering things, balancing things. Maybe if you've had it in the recent perceived interaction in this momentary check-in, it could be that you've had some kind of row or argument, or this is something that comes up here and there. So this would be about, see how the Knight of Cups is in the reverse. They want to like harmonize things. You understand what I'm saying, Virgo? So let's have a look at you, okay, and see what's going on. See, I literally Six of Cups. They want to harmonize things. Six of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. So you both feel like that, and you have a history with this person, for those of you for whom this reading resonates. So don't take anything that's not yours, guys. But we've got Aries energy, Taurus, Libra energy, Sagittarius energy, Aquarius energy. Okay, so how does Virgo feel about this person? Two of Wands. It's like, you know, this could just sometimes feel like, you know, there's a crossroads in terms of like the next level of the foundation, like house and home, marriage, etc. Knight of Pentacles. Very patient, slow and steady energy. Not slow and steady as in waiting for the commitment or the loyalty or any of that, but that can also be Knight of Pentacles, like in terms of what's your long-term goal, money goals, career, etc. And also can be like you've been connected to this person for years, Knight of Pentacles. But it's a serious energy, Virgo. So Chariot card, some of you, you know, Chariot card could be about a potential for a move or a relocation together. So that could be the issue, also about house and home, and maybe career is tied into that. But it's about positive movement forward. Okay, Ace of Cups. So how do you feel about them, Virgo? You've got Ace of Cups. So love, the Sun card. Look, the Sun card is joy. It's a great card in the tarot. It's in the reverse, so it's a little bit dulled. Not terrible. And then we've got Ten of Swords. Okay, so Ten of Swords, I mean, I can read this in a number of ways, but I'd have to tell you, just given the context of everything, the Ten of Swords to me means, sword. What is swords really? I mean, swords can be literally words. It can be, you know, painful cycles. So there's something here maybe to do with the reactivity and some pain between the two of you, but then there's love, okay? This also can literally be being overworked. I mean, the Ten of Swords traditionally is like that. It's like exhaustion. So it doesn't even have to relate to the emotional component between the two of you necessarily, though I think it's causing a little bit of reactivity. And I was going to say, and feeling not very successful. And you both have literally from two different decks, Six of Wands in the reverse, okay? And then you've got Death card in the reverse. So this is the thing. It might go a bit round and round, okay, Virgo? And so it might be just this kind of energy of like, okay, reinfusing the love and the joy, a mutual kind of, in terms of the interaction, something to do with like, you know, the success factor in terms of moving things ahead, like in the same direction, what the goal is. And not in a way where you're non-committal to one another, but it's just like the Death card round and round. And so this is also a need for transformation, maybe to also infuse more joy. Let's look at this Ten of Swords anyway and see. Yeah, King of Pentacles. See, Tower. All right, so see, Virgo, a King of Pentacles is a loyal, stable king. The Tower card could just be, and the Ten of Swords, a lot of like stress when it comes to career, okay? And Tower card is probably like you could have blow-ups with this person, or this would be the need to like really restructure things in order to get past this kind of round and round of feeling like, I mean, this also could be like maybe an over-focus on the material that leads to a feeling of not getting, you know, that the connection, lacking the joy in the connection and the happiness and the fulfillment. Not to say that it's never there, but it could just be, for those of you for whom this reading resonates, it could just be that that is like something that goes round and round, okay? Let's have a look at that Tower. Yeah, Magician card, Four of Pentacles, exactly. Nine of Cups. So here's the thing, Virgo, okay? You both have Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Now, the wish fulfillment also could be outside of the connection, like work and career goals. But for each other, you know, that's pleasure, joy, happiness. And you're both kind of like, you're manifesting that. The Four of Pentacles, this is a couple of things. One, this is about like work security, financial security. Okay, and that could be what's going round and round, or over focus on career and stability, because Four is a foundation card. And so something needs to be restructured because it could be pressuring the connection in some kind of a way. This is your energy, Virgo, Gemini. So you're the master manifestor, Virgo, anyway. So if you want this 2.0, you need to be like all the factors that you see as like the biggest challenge. If it's your communication, or then not paying, you know, they're not paying enough loving attention to the connection or something like that. You have to change story of Virgo and change story of them. Like, you know, we always spend so much time together. It's so happy. It's so beautiful when we're together. We communicate so well. If you want to talk about, guys, money, law of assumption, or consciousness is also, you know, you are consciousness. So just be like, I'm thriving, they're thriving. Material matters. I'm not saying you're not taking intuitive action, but you lead from identity, guys, and things work out. So I am that I am. I'm version of Virgo. We have the most beautiful relationship. If you want them to dote on you and they give you so much attention, they're all over me. They can't get enough of me. If you want the career stuff to improve, focus in that way, and all the pieces will move around in the right way, okay? You're the master manifestor here. So also, yeah, you want pleasure and joy, and this kind of sometimes goes a bit round and round, and it's exhaustion, Ten of Swords. So let's just take out the parts that we don't want, okay? Sometimes maybe there's some insecurities, or maybe you're aware that they're quite insecure, and then it ping-pongs back and forth, this reactivity, okay? Like insecure financially, even if they're doing well, it could just be a Nine of Wands, okay, like an obsession thing. Now, guys, why I take away the focus, like they're insecure, it's aversion, okay? So you have to mind your assumptions. If you want them to be the very confident, stop making excuses on like 2.0 version that you're selecting. Literally, you'll be like, no, they're so secure. You know, or just don't focus on aspects of people that you don't want. They will be compelled to shift. Whatever you're focusing on is what you're going to get. So It's not really about them so much as it is about you. They're your mirror. Okay, guys. Yeah. Let me just get some of the oracle cards and see what's going on here. Anyway, with how this person's feeling. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Old school. Outdated thinking. The wounded warrior. So there might be an obsession with goals. Things have to be a certain type of a way. That could be something inherited from mother and father and children, childhood. So this whole material thing, outdated thinking, but then we have engagement ring, guys, higher commitment, partnership and union. I mean, I told you that already, okay? That's what I was picking up. Talking, okay. So there's definitely, obviously, more communication. I think you're communicating with this person anyway, though I think it can get a little hot and cold, like the communication, again, hot and cold, because there might be reactivity. But you know, this could also be, yes, the way in which you communicate with one another, because it says conditioning. And so this is the round and round thing. And then we've got teddy bear, interested in you, flirting. This is the Knight of Cups. So there's something about pleasure and joy, reinfusing that. There is genuine emotion, there is commitment, or wanting things to go to the next level, preparing for, partnership and union, eternity, higher commitment. And then this Knight of Cups, which is romance, it's like sometimes it feels like that gets turned off. So even in this check-in, the intention is there, so you are manifesting it. But if you go back to, but they're not romantic enough, or they're not this, or they always do this, well, we shift states, guys. So that is maybe why things can go round and round, okay? Or up and down, or hot and cold, because we're like shifting. So you can check out my course, Shifted, if you're interested, if you want to get the most persistent, you want to stick to your state, and you want to get like, you know, be permanently there, and shift any dynamic, all right, and stop going round and round. But you're on the right track anyway, Virgo, and that's what I have for you. Did I say the signs? Leo, double Scorpio over here. Okay, Virgo, that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonated for some of you. It doesn't have to be for everyone. In essence, I hope that it guided some of you, and I'm sending you so much love. And I will check in with you in 2 weeks' time.